Colon cancer is the third most common cancer affecting Bahamians. Your risk of developing colon cancer is increased if you have a personal history of colorectal cancer or colon polyps, a family history of colon cancer, or inflammatory bowel diseases such as ulcerative colitis. Other factors that can increase your risk of developing colon cancer are low fiber, high fat diets, a sedentary lifestyle, obesity, smoking, and alcohol. You can take steps to reduce your risk of colon cancer by making specific lifestyle changes. Eat a variety of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. These foods contain fiber, minerals, vitamins, and antioxidants, which may play a role in cancer prevention. Drink alcohol in moderation or not at all. Do not smoke. Exercise with a goal of getting in at least 30 minutes each day. If you've been inactive, start slowly and gradually build up to 30 minutes. Also, talk to your doctor before starting any exercise program. Maintain a healthy weight. If you're at a healthy weight, maintain it by combining a well-balanced diet with daily exercise. If you need to lose weight, ask your doctor about healthy ways to achieve your goal. Colon cancer screening can also help to prevent colon cancer or lead to its early detection when treatment is most effective. If you're 45 years or older, speak to your doctor about having a colonoscopy or some form of colon cancer screening that may be appropriate for you. I'm Dr. Eugene Marcus Cooper. Pay attention to your health. Get the facts and discuss colon cancer with your physician today.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health in partnership with the Public Hospitals Authority.
By giving unconditionally, not expecting anything in return, I thought was a wonderful way of showing this love, and I believe that it is love that truly draws people, and so I thought we could cover a lot more people by feeding. Volunteers, you know, they have truly been sold.
My passion is to help, and I thank God for what I can do through the help of Bahamas Feeding Network.
Well, what about me?
What about you, what?
Well, I thirsty too, you know.
You want to see all the water out there?
Well, why you don't give me your water, and then you go try and drink that salt water?
You crazy, eh?
I ain't the one talking to a dog, you know.
Ain't nobody can drink salt water.
Then why you won't give it to me? All dogs need fresh, cool water and sufficient shelter from the sun all year round, especially on the beach and during the hot summer months.
Summers are very hot here in the Bahamas, so please make sure all pets have ample, cool, fresh water in proper containers and sufficient shelter from the sun, even on the beach. And make sure all dog houses and kennels have proper ventilation. Let's make it Bahamian to be humane.
This message has been brought to you by the Bahamas Humane Society and the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
We play just like your kids. We text just like your kids. We learn. We even cook. We take selfies. We have hobbies. And we love sports. In every way, we are just like everyone else and enjoy the same things and live our lives every day, just like you do. So if you happen to meet us, treat us just like everyone else. Because at the end of the day,
We're just like you.
living life with Down syndrome is simply living. To learn more about Down syndrome, call 727-2105. This message is brought to you by the Grand Bahama Down Syndrome Society.
Al Cash Primary School Boys Club of Excellence program
is a very beneficial program to the boys because when they are here, I have seen some of our most troubled boys turn around.
We selected a school where you can make an impact from an elementary stage. The program is really to give the young men an outlet to do something different.
There are more times that every child is not academic. They are also technical. And this is one of the clubs that helps to push that because education is very important and we need to bring more people in to encourage our children.
We want to show them that this is a life that they can live. They're exposed to men in the community that are all about making young men better. Crime-free.
Looks like me.
Do your part. Join the movement to a safer Bahamas.
The idea of taking swimming lessons to the Bahamian public was something that we thought was a great idea, so we started Let's Swim Bahamas.
I've always been a learn to swim coach and a life-saving coach, and so this is now my turn to kind of really see learn to swim being developed.
Although we ran swift swimming for some 30 years, and we offered Let's Swim lessons, we knew we were only touching a small percentage of the Bahamian public.
I enjoy the children and how happy and excited and joyful they are. I mean, some of them come from maybe hard homes. Maybe they're bullied at school. Who knows what they have? But when they come here, it's a very positive thing for them.
At the end of the day, more kids will be fulfilled, more kids will have a life-saving skill, and more kids will stay away from crime.
Crime-free.
Looks like me.
Do your part. Join the movement to a safer Bahamas.
A lot of our young men and women, they look forward to being around the game of basketball so much because a lot of their community is infested with crime and violence. It's always been a passion of mine to make sure to channel these young men and women in the right direction to sports. Basketball and being in this environment is a safe haven for them in terms of what they need to do to get out. You have leadership conference to help these young men and women to understand the importance of making the right choice. I tell all of my athletes, when you go to school, help yourself. Stay focused. Use basketball. Don't let basketball use you. I love the game. The game has been good to me, and I just want to give back to the young people who have opportunity so the game can be good to them. Crime-free looks like me.
Do your part. Join the movement to a safer Bahamas.
Our mandate on the mission statement for the program is to develop community leaders and nation builders through the art of Jonkono. The future belongs to them, so being able to instill the culture in young people and at the same time make them productive citizens of the society is basically what our program offers. We teach them from scratch, so how to pace, how to beat a drum, how to ring a cowbell, how to blow a horn, to get that good understanding of what the culture is like. The program is more than just Jonkono itself, where we bring a group of teens to perform, but we also assist them with life lessons, find scholarship opportunities for them to go abroad and further their education. In this day and time, it's very hard for kids coming up, and so we try to find means within the Jonkono arena, but at the same time use just Jonkono as the outlet to make them better at life. Crime-free looks like me.
Do your part. Join the movement to a safer Bahamas.
My motto is one girl at a time. If we start with just one thing and we build on that, I think that makes a whole big difference. When we started out, we didn't anticipate having 1,000 children here. Our goal was to reach one child at a time. The whole idea was to find a safe place for them, some place for them to express their talents and their giftings, and also a positive environment for them to be in. I do the work that I do in my community because I see that they can become more than they are. I can see that they will be great in this community. I can see born leaders. And one thing I can say, the change in them has affected their families. If we started something.
My fellow Bahamians, this morning, I made a communication to Parliament updating the House and the Bahamian people on the steps we have taken since we first learned of an indictment in the United States, which includes several members of our law enforcement agencies. During the communication, I announced that I met with the Commissioner of Police and that I had received and accepted his resignation. I'm recommending that the Assistant Commissioner of Police, with responsibility for the Northern District, Shanta Emily Knowles, be appointed as the nation's next Commissioner of Police. She is a strong and seasoned professional, ready to lead the force through an era of substantial reform. During the communication, I also announced new legislation to create, for the first time, independent oversight of the police. Independent oversight can play an essential role in strengthening trust between the police and the communities they serve. Moments after the Minister of National Security rose to give his communication to introduce this legislation, the Leader of the Opposition, Michael Pintard, interrupted the minister and requested to speak. The Speaker of the House reminded the Leader of the Opposition that the rules allowed statements by cabinet ministers at that time, and his requests will be addressed at the appropriate point in the order of business. The response of the members of the opposition was to shout down the Speaker. In a clearly planned and coordinated assault, the Deputy Leader of the Opposition, Shannon Daw Cartwright, and the other opposition members then disrupted the proceedings and grabbed the Speaker's mace. Deputy Leader Cartwright threw the mace out, where it landed a very short distance below on bleachers in place for Junkanoo. In the ensuing struggles, the Deputy Speaker and a policeman were injured. The Deputy Speaker suffered a concussion, and the policeman suffered a leg injury. They were both taken to the hospital to receive medical treatment. The policeman has been discharged and was given 5 days off from work, and the Deputy Speaker will remain hospitalized overnight for further observations. My fellow Bahamians, I would have hoped that at a moment when our country's reputation is under fire, that all of us could move forward together and put country first. Unfortunately, the members of the opposition chose to put on a show instead, at a time when the Parliament is addressing such a serious national issue. How could any patriotic person think this is the right time to interrupt the people's business? How did Michael Pintard think these puerile antics would reflect on our nation or the Bahamian people? Before the uproar, I invited the Leader of the Opposition to meet with me straight after the session to consult with him as to the appointment of the next Commissioner of Police. This is a serious constitutional moment, requiring serious consideration by serious people. In attempting to emulate the efforts of Sir Lyndon Pinling and Sir Milo Butler, the opposition shows they fundamentally do not understand the meaning of that moment or their responsibilities in this moment. There'll be time for politics, but today was not that time. The moment called for statesmanship, not self-indulgent theatrics. Their conduct in the House today cannot be justified. We hope that they will learn to be more serious about the business of the people. We should confront our most difficult challenges as one national community. Our government is focused on change and reform. As the Royal Bahamas Police Force moves forward under their very capable new leadership, additional updates about personnel, operations, and oversight will be shared with the public. I am grateful to the many Bahamians who are stepping up to meet this moment, and may God bless every one of us, and may God bless the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
My motto is one girl at a time. If we start with just one thing and we build on that, I think that makes a whole big difference. When we started out, we didn't anticipate having 1,000 children here. Our goal was to reach one child at a time. The whole idea was to find a safe place